Wausau's airport is stuck in limbo with the FAA as leaders try to get the money they need to fix one of the runways. Good evening, I'm Eric Marotech. News 9's Nick Robinson has more on how they're trying to address the situation until then.
The Wausau Downtown Airport has helped people in central Wisconsin get off the ground for almost a century, and now one of their runways is in need of repair. But officials from the airport say that the FAA is playing hardball. Visible cracks can be seen up and down the secondary runway, and the airport is asking the FAA to release the $2 million in funding that it would cost to fix it. But the FAA says that the runway isn't used enough. So airport manager John Schmiel started reaching out to pilots to help him gather data to show the FAA.
They have the ability to go into the application set they use on the mobile device to look at their track logs and see which flights they used runway 523 to take off or land on.
He said that there's a certain number they have to meet in order to show the FAA how much the runway is used.
We have to come up with at least 500 operations. So an operation is a takeoff or a landing. So if we can prove that 250 takeoffs and 250 landings occurred on this runway, then we shouldn't have a problem getting the project funded.
Schmiel said that if they don't get the funding, the runway would have to close in a few years, and it would be up to the city to decide if they wanted to pay the bill themselves.
But if we don't get this problem taken care of within the next couple of years, we may end up having to close the runway. And then the city would have to make the decision of whether they would want to fund that reconstruction 100% locally, which I can say is unlikely.
According to Schmiel, the city said it was ready to fund its share of the agreement, but that they're just waiting for the FAA to do the same. Currently, the FAA would fund 90% of the project. He said that the runway is still safe to use and will be for the next few years, but that they'll continue looking for money to fix it. In Wausau, Nick Robinson, News 9, WAOW.